Today I want to talk to you about standing in your power and what that would mean for you in your life. Before I begin, I want to tell you how I came about to realizing that I needed to stand in my power. And it happened a couple years ago, probably about 3 or 4 years ago. I was doing a yoga therapy session. I was receiving a yoga therapy session. When I was younger, as a child, I used to have a recurring dream. Has anybody ever had a dream that just, like the same dream over and over again? So I'd have this recurring dream. As a child, it would happen weekly. And as I grew older, it would happen once a month, once every 2-3 months, but it always came back at some point in my life. And well, I'll tell you the dream first, because I'm sure you're all curious. What is this dream she's talking about? So I was really young, I was a child, and I was plopped into this dream where I was running down a hallway and someone was chasing me. And it was an apartment building in my neighborhood. I was running down the hallway as quickly as I could, and then I'd get to the stairs and I'd go down a level and then shoot my way down the hallway again, thinking that the hallway would give me enough distance between whoever was chasing me. And down the stairs again, and I would go down the hallway and down the stairs again and down the hallway, and always this individual, whoever it was always just at my heels. I could feel the energy, the person just behind me. I always had this sense that I was running for my life. My life depended on me getting away. I'd finally get down to the first level of the building, and I could see the exit sign at the end of the hallway, and I would run as fast as I could, and that was when I really started to gain some speed. I'd gather all my strength, and I would just run as fast as I could. And I could taste the freedom and the safety beyond that door. And just when I started to feel like I was gonna be okay, I was gonna get away, I started to feel the distance increasing. And I would slam the door open and bam, there they were. And I would wake up in my bed, I'd be breathing heavy, I'd be shaking, I'd be looking around going, where am I? Always the same dream. Always ended the same way. Never understood what it meant. In the yoga therapy session, I was in a yoga pose. She was holding me in a yoga pose, and I had my eyes closed, and everything inside of me wanted to run, just like in the dream. I was so afraid, and I felt like I had to run for my life. And I said to her, I feel like I want to run. And her response was, imagine yourself running. And just as I took a deep breath, as I always did in that dream, and started to run, I said no. Something inside of me said, no, not this time. And I said to her, no, I'm done running. I am done running. I've run my whole life. I'm done running. She said, what do you want to do? I want to turn around and face this thing. I want to turn around and see what I'm running from. She's like, okay. So I imagined myself turning around to face my biggest fear. And I started to laugh. She's like, why are you laughing? I'm like, there's nothing there. I'm running from nothing. I'm like, I don't get it. There's nothing there. What am I running from? So I was sitting and I was reflecting on that. I'm like, what is it? And I suddenly realized I was running from me. I was running from my power. I was running from my gifts. I was running from my talents. I was running from my potential. What I'm being called to do in this world scared me to death. And I ran from it most of my life. Well, I'm here to tell you I'm done running. And when I'm done running, I realized that I needed to stand in my power. I needed to really embrace my power. So what did that mean for me? And that's what I'm going to share with you today. As you listen to my message of Stand in Your Power, I want you to realize that I'm helping you create an awareness today. And as I help you create an awareness, there's 3 areas that you can listen from. You can watch what happens. So you have 3 sights. Your eyesight, what you see me do up here. Your interpretation is your mind sight. What you hear, how you interpret it, what your thoughts and beliefs are, the filter that all these things will go through. And then there's insight. There's a place within you that knows without thinking. There's a place within you that you can be guided from. So there's your inner guidance, intuition, gut instinct, whatever you want to call it. I want you to listen from there. I want you to listen with your heart, not your ears. Filter through the heart, not your mind. Just for today, see if you can listen from that place and see where you go. So I've broken down my message of power into the letters of the word power. So P stands for purpose. And we heard this throughout the day. What is your purpose? What are you being called to do? Do you know what that is? Some of you may, some of you may not. Your purpose is like a foundation. Your purpose is also a filter. So every decision you make in your life, whether you realize it or not, is filtered through your purpose. So if you don't know why you're here, you end up making decisions kind of in this gray area. Well, I kind of like that. Well, this is kind of interesting. You dabble in a lot of things. And I did that as well. I wasn't really clear what my purpose was. So I would get into something and I would do something for a while. I'm like, okay, well, that I don't want to do that anymore. Now I'm going to do this. Well, now I'm going to do that. So I kind of found myself kind of jumping back and forth and being very passionate about everything that I got into. There was always something missing. There's always this void in this area of my body. And when I had trouble conceiving, as you could tell by my bio, I've had my own fertility journey, which has allowed me to help other women conceive a child. When I conceived my son, I thought that was it. I'm meant to be a mom. I wasn't meant. There was still this emptiness, this void. Something was missing. It wasn't until the last 2 years that I got very clear on my purpose. In the last year that I actually wrote out a purpose statement. I know what my purpose is. I know why I'm here. And I'm following my heart. Now here's the thing with following your heart and being on purpose. There's going to be people in your life that will convince you otherwise. There's going to be people in your life that will disagree or not support you or not understand why you're doing what you're doing. When you're standing in your purpose and you, with clarity, with conviction, with courage, because it takes courage, you stand in this unshakable confidence, this unwavering faith that no matter what anyone else says, you'll follow your heart. And as Susan was saying, it's not logical. It's not a logical decision. It doesn't make sense sometimes to me why I do what I do. Purpose. O is own it. You need to own your power. How can you own your power? What does that look like for you in your life? So many women walk around not owning their sexiness, not owning their purpose. Own it. Stand in it. Be in it. Become it. Live it. Express it. W is worthy. Is anybody, you don't have to put your hand up. I'm going to invite you to put your hand up because I think we're all friends here on some level. We were talking about vaginas and everything else earlier. So I think we can talk about worthiness. So it's not the V word, it's W. So one of my beliefs is I'm not good. One of my old beliefs, I'm not good enough. Anybody have that? Experience that? It's really common. I'm not good enough. I don't deserve. Can anybody relate to that one? Yeah. Really, really common. Where do we get it from? We're not born that way. We acquire those beliefs, and then we collect evidence along the way to make sure that we establish them as our truth. But that's not your truth. Each and every one of you deserve a life that you love. Each and every one of you. I deserve it just as much as you deserve it. So feel worthy of it. Energy, protecting your energy, surrounding yourself by quality people. People that may not believe in your dream, may not understand why you're doing what you're doing. This is my husband, a beautiful example of someone who does not get me, but loves me no matter what. I talk about crazy stuff with him, and he's like, I don't get it, but I love you. That's all I need. So there's times in your life where you need to surround yourself by quality people. You need to surround yourself with what I call your tribe. People that will believe in you no matter what, and will support you no matter what. And everybody else's opinion of you is none of your business. Yes. What other people think of you is none of your business. That was a huge insight I got from Wayne Dyer and Marianne Williamson. Changed my life. I'm like, oh really? Oh, that's so good.
Oh really?
I don't have to worry about anybody else? Okay. So energy. Surround yourself. You can feel the energy in the room. Did you feel the energy in the room? It's like, especially after the first one. Woo! Rising up that second chakra energy. This is the type of environment you want to surround yourself with. These are the type of messages that you want to listen to. Are you surrounding yourself with CNN, just constant negative news? Or are you listening to audio CDs in your car instead of the radio station that are inspiring you and uplifting you and motivating you? These are the things you want to incorporate and bring into your life. R, rest and restore. This is crucial. And if you don't take this time, and Dr. Tanis was talking about that natural high and low in the cycle, the menstrual cycle. There's a natural high and low in the universe. So one of the 7 universal laws is the law of harmony and rhythm. So you think of the ebb and flow of the tides, and you think of the ups and downs of life. This is all normal. So when you come into that low, if you can ride the low, knowing that it's okay. You don't necessarily enjoy yourself there. I don't have a fun time sometimes in the low, but I know it's necessary. You'll know, I know, trust me, it'll come where you'll be back in that high again. So stand in your power for me means living your life on purpose, being who you are on purpose, and shining your light brightly for all those that are meant to see your light and your gifts and your talents. So I'm going to get you to stand for a moment. One of my fears, I've been doing belly dancing lessons. One of my fears is actually performing in front of people. Now, this is an easy one for me because I can do a shimmy anytime. So I have an invitation to perform in a couple of weeks. I'm scared to death. But here's the thing with fear. Fear can either stop you in your tracks or motivate you forward. It can make you run the other way or run towards your dreams. I'm going to encourage you, if you're going to run towards your dreams. No more running away. So, I want you to have both feet flat on the ground. Soften your knees a little bit. Relax your shoulders. Let it go a little bit. So, what you're going to do is shoot your hip out to the side, pushing into the opposite heel. Like so, down, and then another way. And you want to almost like hit it like you're going to slam the cupboard door shut. Got it? Hey, you feel it? Okay. Now you're going to speed up a little bit. Come on, sir. Go, 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 go. All right. That's my way of getting a standing ovation. Your butt cheeks were clapping there too.